So Maria was talking about earlier where it's like, as the millennial generation, are we more so in that area of just thinking about romantic love, which is high intimacy and high passion, and in a lot of ways, fatuous love, or not fatuous love, but infatuation, which is that idea of passion. And I wouldn't necessarily say it's a millennial thing, but I do think that it is a younger person thing. And maybe it's because like when you're younger, like, you know, it's all the hormone stuff going on, and hormones, and then also the fact that we don't really talk that deeply about love in this way. And so I do think that there is a confusion for a lot of people when they're going through it very younger, where they are confusing that feeling of infatuation with intimacy, or the other element, which is commitment, but definitely intimacy, you know? And so when we think about the theory, like the best love that you can have with someone is intimacy, passion, and commitment. But the argument is that passion over a certain period of time fades. And so then the ideal love that you kind of, I guess, want to go after is companionate love. But again, there's a back and forth as to whether or not, like, do you really think passion can be sustained in a relationship?
This is my thing. And I think maybe what it comes down to, the intimacy layers, where I think, okay, you dig someone off the jump, maybe the first couple of dates, like, oh, okay, I can see myself dating this person. You end up dating. Then something on the next intimate level of just like, oh, I could see myself like exclusively dating this person, and then you exclusively date. And then even, you say you love that person, you're in a relationship, but there's this like extra layer. There's this moment that happens where it's like, oh no, where's that moment between you're my girlfriend versus I want you to be my wife? Like, I feel like there's that next layer, echelon, or maybe you guys go through a moment, or maybe there's something that is done, or like you guys reach a new level of intimacy, or whatever else. And it kind of, and I think it's like maybe you figure each other out and understand each other a little better, maybe a love language thing or whatever else, and then that reaches that next level. So, because there is like ladders to the relationship, Ben.
Okay, so that's interesting. So I guess it's thinking about like, so when we think about this theory, like maybe it's not something that you see off the bat, but it's like you're kind of entering levels with people. So maybe the first level is developing intimacy and seeing. Well, I don't know, because I think passion has to be there at the jump at a certain point.
No, almost
you know, like you have to kind of be attracted to that person.
You swipe right for a reason, exactly. Like it's all, you gotta have the.
But then I guess it's about how do you then develop intimacy as well as commitment. So, or I guess I would say, the first level, so the first level is passion. Like we all kind of have to be attracted to that person to a degree.
Yeah.
And then after that, it's this idea of developing intimacy. Commitment. And so then it makes it seem like intimacy is probably like the hardest stage. I think honestly, like that's the stage where people get to, and that's what makes or breaks a relationship.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people, you know, they get their passion, and then they're like, okay, I want to be exclusive with you. But then it's like you said, like you spend some time with them, and then you're like, oh shit, I actually don't think I like you as much as I thought I did.
Yeah, once you get in the thick of it. Once you really get in the thick of it. Once, like, you know, it's a bad day, or you don't get something that you want, or they're really annoying you, or it's like, how am I going to get through this time where I really don't want to sleep with you right now? I think that says a lot.
The Bible says the heart is treacherous. Who can know it? Lol. I find that to be true. I think hormones play a huge part in us young people. I also think that passion can be sustained, but it manifests in different ways as we mature. I think that that's actually like a pretty astute point. I definitely think that as you get older, and Eli was kind of talking to this point earlier, which is that passion is something that maybe starts and stops and restarts. Depending on where you're at. It's hard because I'm like, I haven't really been in I'm trying to think, like when you think back to your relationships, like where do you feel like they fit in this?
Yeah, Daysha, you gotta go on more dates and stuff. You know, we're trying to get.
We're talking about you right now because
content out there. Daysha needs to get more boyfriends and.
I don't want more boyfriends. I'm about ready for.
Jump in these streets.
No,
go hard.
I don't.
Join me on the corner because we need some more material for the next season. All right, can't be sitting on these This one racist guy with all the racist parents.
We're pulling from your history. I mean, it's not like I haven't
history.
dated. I'm just saying that, like, boyfriend, to me, like, that's because I'm not out here just throwing out the title boyfriend to nobody. Like, you know,
I
like,
mean, yeah.
there's a certain criteria that I would like to have for
saying,
somebody to be
let's-
considered my boyfriend.
This holiday season, swipe it up a bit. I
or
want
a
to hear
partner.
some stories.
No, I don't
want.
want. I'm focusing on me.
I'm focusing on me.
I am.
Okay, so what was the
But
question?
we're sourcing from your hostery, so let's dig into that.
Let's dig in.
But yeah, where do you feel like, when you think about your past relationships, like, what do you think was the missing element within the triangle?
I want to say intimacy, and the intimacy led to the commitment. Like, I think I get really excited meeting new people.
No, but what was missing?
That's the intimacy. Out of the triangle?
Well, yeah, because you said the intimacy led to the commitment.
No. So there's so what's ultimately missing is the intimacy, and I find that passion falls in line of me just being excited to meet new people, and then, like, you know, it's always fun having sex with somebody new. I'm like, oh, this is how you look naked. That's cool. But yeah, and you have a good time with them, and but everyone's kind of on that level of politeness. And then they're decent, nice human beings, but there's this level of intimacy that not only that you have to find with that person, but you have to find within yourself as well, where it's like, okay, what about this person do I like? Do I really like this? Am I being true to myself? What do I want? You know, what do I ultimately need, to be completely honest, based off my own issues as well? Because that's, I think, why I couldn't stay committed, because I wasn't being ultimately intimate with that person as well. I think not only... I think back to, like, was I really open with these people that I dated? And in more instances than not, I wasn't. And I think that's what eventually, when the passion subsided, the commitment crumbled as well. So I think that's what it was, where it's not only, it's you know, it takes two to tango, I think, on this triangle. And to have that perspective, I think, is really important, because I'm like, oh, okay, haven't been being, like, totally vulnerable as I could be. So which is why I'm trying to run head first on the love train, full steam ahead, if you will. So
I don't know, because you out here in that romantic love category.
And it's fun.
Hoeing. Which is fine, do you.
I'm gonna be open. I'm not hoeing it up.